It usually starts with something small, a slight tension in your calf, a strange tug in the arch of your foot. You try to shake it off, maybe take a sip of water or stretch a little. But then in the middle of the night it hits, a sharp cramp that jolts you awake. Your leg seizes up. You can't stretch it, can't move. All you can do is wait for the pain to pass. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Leg cramps, especially at night, are one of the most common complaints among older adults. And here's the frustrating part. They often come without warning. One night you're fine. The next, you're gripping the sheets, waiting for that deep, twisting pain to loosen its grip. For years, most people have blamed this on aging. It's just part of getting older, they say. But that's not the whole story. Because new research is showing us something surprising. These cramps might not be caused by your age at all. They might be caused by what you eat. And I'm not just talking about salty foods or dehydration. I'm talking about something far more unexpected. Seeds and nuts. Yes, the very foods many seniors are told to eat more of. You've probably seen them on every health list. Snack on almonds. Add chia to your smoothie. Flax is great for your heart. And it's true, some seeds do offer real benefits. But here's the problem. Not all seeds are created equal. Some of them, especially when eaten the wrong way or in the wrong amounts, can silently rob your muscles of the minerals they need to stay relaxed and strong. And when that happens, your legs suffer. You get cramps. You lose balance. You struggle to recover after walking or standing too long. And slowly your independence starts to fade. But don't worry, because this isn't a problem without a solution. In fact, once you know which seeds to avoid and which ones to embrace, you can start feeling better in just days. That's what this video is here to show you. We're going to reveal 5 seeds that, despite their reputation, may be silently increasing your risk of painful cramps and nighttime muscle spasms. And even more importantly, we'll show you the 2 seeds that can help restore balance, strengthen your legs, and support a calmer, deeper sleep without any pills or complicated routines. So stay with us. Because if your legs have been aching, cramping, or feeling weaker than they used to, this may be the turning point. Let me ask you something simple. Have you ever had a leg cramp in the middle of the night? One that came out of nowhere, forced you to sit up, hold your leg, and wait for the pain to ease? If so, that wasn't just a fluke. It was a message, a signal from your body, telling you that something is off. Now here's the twist most people miss. Your muscles aren't just made of protein and water. They rely heavily on minerals like magnesium, calcium, potassium, and sodium to contract and relax smoothly. These minerals act like tiny messengers. They tell your muscles when to fire and when to calm down. But when something interferes with those messages even slightly, the result is often a sudden, sharp cramp. And one of the biggest disruptors, nutrient imbalance caused by certain foods. You see, some seeds, even those considered healthy, are extremely high in compounds like phosphorus oxalates and insoluble fiber. When consumed in excess or without balance, these compounds can block the absorption of key minerals. Or worse, they can flush those minerals out of your body before your muscles have a chance to use them. And guess what? That imbalance doesn't always show up on blood tests. It builds slowly, day after day, until one night, your body can't take it anymore. And that's when the pain starts. But here's the good news. This problem isn't permanent. And it isn't your fault. It's a result of modern nutrition advice where even well-meaning tips can backfire if we don't understand how they affect our aging bodies. Today we're going to bring clarity. We'll walk through each of the 5 seeds you may be eating that could be contributing to your cramps. We'll explain why they affect older adults more than younger ones. And most importantly, we'll give you practical alternatives that can soothe your muscles, restore your mineral balance, and help you feel confident in your legs again. So grab a notebook if you like, or just listen closely. Because what you learn today could change how your legs feel for the rest of your life. All right, let's take a look at the first seed on the list, one that's in nearly every health aisle and snack bar, but maybe quietly disrupting the balance in your legs. 1. Sunflower seeds. A quiet imbalance, Hiding in your snack bowl. Let's start with one of the most common seeds you'll find in every senior pantry trail mix, or salad bar sunflower seeds. They're affordable, crunchy, tasty, and if you're trying to eat healthier, they seem like a smart choice. But here's the part most people don't know. Sunflower seeds are extremely high in a mineral called phosphorus. Now, phosphorus itself isn't bad. In fact, your bones need it. Your cells need it. But the problem is, when you get too much phosphorus, without enough magnesium or calcium to balance it out, it starts causing trouble in your muscles. You see, your muscles need calcium to contract properly, and magnesium to help them relax. Phosphorus, when out of proportion, disrupts this delicate balance, and that's when cramps start showing up, especially in seniors. Why? Because as we age, our ability to absorb and retain minerals decreases. And sunflower seeds, while high in calories, don't provide much magnesium in return. So every handful you eat may be tipping your body further out of balance, silently draining the minerals your legs need to function. But there's another reason sunflower seeds can become a problem. They're often hidden in places you wouldn't expect. Packaged salads, granola bars, energy snacks, even healthy cereal blends. So it's not just about munching a bag of seeds on their own. You could be consuming them passively, a few tablespoons here, a sprinkle there, without realizing how much phosphorus you're piling up. And when that adds up over days or weeks, you might start feeling it at night. A strange twitch in the arch of your foot, a sudden calf spasm that wakes you up at 3 a.m., or a dull ache that lingers after you get out of bed. If this sounds familiar, don't worry. This doesn't mean you have to swear off seeds completely, but it does mean you need to become aware of which ones throw off your body's balance and how to use them more wisely. And if you thought sunflower seeds were bad, just wait until you hear about a seed that's praised for its fiber and heart health, but may actually be blocking your muscles from absorbing magnesium altogether. Let's take a closer look. 2. Flax seeds. Good for the heart. But what about your legs? Flax seeds are everywhere these days. Sprinkled on oatmeal, blended into smoothies, even baked into whole grain breads and crackers. And to be fair, they do offer benefits. They're rich in omega-3 fatty acids. They're high in fiber, and they've been shown to support heart health, cholesterol levels, even digestion. So, how could something this healthy be a hidden cause of leg cramps? Let's talk about magnesium. Your muscles rely on this mineral not just to contract, but to relax properly. And when your body can't absorb enough magnesium, that's when things go wrong. Now here's where flax seeds can backfire. They're loaded with a compound called phytoestrogens, plant-based hormones that mimic estrogen in the body. While these can have certain benefits, they've also been shown to interfere with magnesium absorption, in some cases especially when consumed in large or regular amounts. And it doesn't stop there. Flax seeds are also extremely high in insoluble fiber, the type your body doesn't digest. That's good for moving things along in the digestive tract. But in doing so, it can bind to certain minerals like magnesium and calcium and reduce how much you actually absorb. This becomes a real problem if you're taking supplements or trying to eat magnesium-rich foods, but pairing them with flax too often. And the risk is even greater if you're eating dry ground flax seeds straight into smoothies or yogurt without soaking them. Why? Because dry flax pulls moisture and slows down digestion, especially in older adults with slower gut movement. And that leads to one thing. Minerals pass through you instead of into you. And without enough magnesium, your calves, arches, and toes can cramp up at night, or even during the day just from walking or standing. So what's the takeaway? Flax seeds aren't inherently bad. But for seniors prone to muscle cramps, especially those struggling with mineral balance, they might be doing more harm than good. Use them sparingly. And always make sure your body's getting enough of the minerals flax might be blocking. Because the next seed on our list, it's considered a superfood, but if used the wrong way, it can silently dehydrate your muscles from the inside out. Let's move on. 3. Chia seeds, the superfood that can dehydrate your muscles. Chia seeds are everywhere. Health magazines call them a miracle seed. You see them in overnight oats, energy balls, even bottled drinks at the grocery store. They're praised for fiber protein omega-3s, and they truly are nutrient-dense. But here's what most people don't realize. When used the wrong way, chia seeds can actually drain water from your muscles, not hydrate them. Let me explain. Chia seeds can absorb up to 12 times their weight in water. It's what gives them that gel-like texture when soaked. That's great for digestion if they're fully hydrated. But many people sprinkle dry chia seeds directly into smoothies, cereal, or yogurt, and eat them before they've had a chance to expand. And here's the problem. Once inside your stomach, they begin to swell. They draw water from surrounding tissues, including your gut lining and even your bloodstream. For most adults, that's just mildly uncomfortable. But for seniors who may already struggle with hydration or slower digestion, this can become a serious issue. Your muscles need fluid and electrolytes to function smoothly. Without enough water at the cellular level, your nerves misfire, your muscles tighten, and the result, cramps. Sometimes in your calves, sometimes in your arches or toes. Often right in the middle of the night when your body is already slightly dehydrated from sleep. And what makes this worse? Many seniors don't drink enough water during the day. Some limit fluids to avoid nighttime trips to the bathroom. Others just forget or no longer feel thirsty like they used to. Add dry chia seeds into the mix, and you're silently making the situation worse. You may think you're fueling your body with something clean and natural, but without proper hydration, you're setting yourself up for painful, silent leg cramps that seem to come from nowhere. So what should you do? If you enjoy chia seeds, make sure they're fully soaked before eating. Let them absorb water for at least 30 minutes. Better yet, mix them into smoothies or pudding the night before. That way your body absorbs the benefits, not the burden. Because up next, we'll look at a seed that many consider a healthy snack, but it's quietly draining your calcium and magnesium every time you grab a handful. Let's take a closer look. 4. Cashews, the snack that silently steals your minerals. They're buttery, they're rich, and they feel like a luxurious, healthy treat. Cashews are one of the most popular snack nuts in America. Many seniors keep a bag nearby in the kitchen, the car, or by the recliner. But here's the truth that almost no one talks about. Cashews are surprisingly low in magnesium, and they're high in something called oxalates, a natural compound that interferes with calcium absorption. Let's break that down. Magnesium is essential for muscle relaxation. Without it, your legs can cramp, your calves can twitch, and even simple movements like standing up can become stiff and uncomfortable. Now, most people think all nuts are good sources of magnesium, but cashews, they rank near the bottom. Eating them regularly, especially as a primary snack, can crowd out other, more mineral-rich foods. And the oxalates, that's where it gets tricky. Oxalates bind with calcium in your gut, forming crystals that your body can't absorb. So even if you're eating plenty of calcium, you may not be using it effectively if you're snacking on cashews every day. For seniors, that's a dangerous combination. Low magnesium, blocked calcium, and an increased risk of muscle cramps, nighttime leg pain, or even bone weakness over time. You might think, well, I only eat a small handful here and there. But here's the catch. Cashews are dense and easy to overeat. A few handfuls a day can become hundreds of calories with very little mineral return, especially if you're not pairing them with mineral-rich foods. And let's be honest, most people snack on them alone in front of the TV while reading or during a mid-afternoon break. That means no balancing nutrients, just repeated depletion. If that sounds familiar, don't worry. There's a better way, and we'll cover it shortly. But before that, let's explore one more seed. A classic American favorite that many seniors love, especially when it's salty and crunchy. Unfortunately, it's one of the worst culprits for draining your body of potassium. 5. Peanuts, the salty trap, hiding in plain sight. Let's be honest. There's something comforting about a bowl of roasted peanuts. They're salty, crunchy, and satisfying. perfect during a baseball game, or while watching TV after dinner. For many seniors, peanuts are more than a snack, they're a daily habit. But here's what most people don't realize. Salted peanuts can silently dehydrate your muscles and drain the minerals your legs need to function. Let's break it down. When peanuts are roasted and salted, they become very high in sodium. That excess sodium forces your kidneys to flush out more potassium. Now, potassium is a key mineral that helps prevent muscle cramps. It keeps the electrical signals in your muscles stable and helps them relax after a contraction. When you lose potassium, especially through excess sodium, you create the perfect storm for leg cramps at night. Tight calves, sudden spasms, and that familiar feeling of frozen legs in bed. And it gets worse. Many seniors snack on peanuts while watching TV, which means they're distracted and more likely to overeat. What starts as a small bowl quickly turns into half a bag. That's hundreds of milligrams of sodium with almost no magnesium, no calcium, and no potassium to balance it out. Your muscles don't get what they need, and your nervous system starts to misfire. It's like trying to run a car with no oil, something's going to lock up. You might think, but peanuts have protein, isn't that good for me? Yes, they do. But protein alone doesn't prevent cramps. It's about balance. If your snacks are high in sodium and low in muscle-calming minerals, your legs will tell you usually in the middle of the night. So the next time you reach for a salty handful, ask yourself, is this helping my legs or hurting them? In just a moment, we'll share two better options, snacks that actually restore what your body needs. But before we move on, let's recap what we've learned and clear up one common myth about seeds and leg health. Let's pause for a moment. After hearing about those 5 common seeds, you might be wondering, should I stop eating seeds altogether? The answer is absolutely not. Seeds are not the enemy. They're powerful. They're natural. And some of them are packed with nutrients that your aging muscles desperately need. The real problem, not all seeds are created equal. It's about choosing the right kinds and using them the right way. Many of the seeds we just mentioned cause trouble because of how they're prepared, or how often they're eaten, or because they're missing key minerals your body can't function without. But here's the good news. Some seeds can do the exact opposite. They don't drain your minerals, they replenish them. They don't spike your sodium, they restore your balance. And when used properly, they can calm overactive muscles, improve blood flow, and help you wake up without that awful tightness in your calves. Coming up next, you'll discover 2 simple seeds that seniors can rely on, especially if you're trying to reduce leg cramps, support circulation, and stay steady on your feet. Let's take a look. Starting with one that's small, green, and surprisingly powerful. Let's talk about one of the most underrated seeds out there, pumpkin seeds. You might know them from Halloween or from bags of trail mix at the store. But what most people don't realize is these tiny green seeds are packed with minerals that your legs are probably starving for. And we're not just talking about a little magnesium. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest natural sources of magnesium to relax tight muscles, zinc to support nerve health and tissue repair, and iron which helps deliver oxygen to your legs when you move. Now here's what matters. As you age, your body starts to lose magnesium much faster, especially if you're stressed on medication or sweating at night. And without magnesium, your muscles don't get the signal to relax. That's when cramps hit. But just one small handful of pumpkin seeds can give you almost 40% of your daily magnesium needs. That's powerful. But there's a trick. Don't just eat them straight from the package. Raw seeds can sometimes be harder to digest and may contain compounds that block mineral absorption. Instead, try this. Soak the seeds for 6 to 8 hours, then dry and roast them lightly. Add a sprinkle of sea salt, not too much. Or mix them into soft-cooked oatmeal before bed. This helps your body absorb more of the good stuff without irritating your gut or throwing off your balance. And timing matters too. Try eating pumpkin seeds in the evening as part of a calming snack. It can relax your muscles, help you sleep deeper, and prevent those painful midnight cramps. Now that's a small food with a big impact. The second seed that can truly help your legs is almonds. Yes, almonds aren't just a healthy snack. They're a quiet hero when it comes to muscle support, especially for seniors. Now you might be thinking, aren't almonds more for heart health? That's true, but they also bring something most people overlook: magnesium and vitamin E. Let's break that down. Magnesium, as you know, helps your muscles relax and recover. But vitamin E, it protects your blood vessels so oxygen and nutrients can reach your legs more efficiently. And there's more. Unlike peanuts or cashews, almonds are naturally low in sodium. That means they won't mess with your potassium balance, which is crucial for keeping cramps away. But here's the key: not all almonds are created equal. Skip the salted roasted ones at the gas station. They're usually packed with sodium and unhealthy oils. Instead, go for dry roasted almonds with no added salt or sugar. Or better yet, buy raw almonds and roast them yourself at home. Just spread them on a tray, pop them in the oven at 300 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes, and let them cool. Crunchy, clean, and full of leg-loving minerals. Now, how do you use them? Sprinkle a handful over plain Greek yogurt in the evening. Pair with a banana as a potassium-rich snack. Or just eat a small handful before bed. It's simple, natural, and soothing. And over time, these tiny changes can mean fewer nighttime cramps and a more restful sleep. Remember, sometimes the strongest medicine is just the right food at the right time. Her name is Shirley. She's 72. And for most of her life, she thought leg cramps were just part of aging. It started slowly. At first, it was a few aches when she climbed stairs. Then came the stiffness after gardening. And then, the worst part, the nighttime cramps. Like many seniors, Shirley thought she was doing everything right. She stayed active, drank water, and avoided processed foods. But there was one habit she never questioned: her evening snack. Every night Shirley would sit down with a book or her favorite TV show and enjoy a handful of cashews and salted peanuts. She loved the crunch. They felt healthy enough. And honestly, they helped her relax before bed. But over time, the cramps got worse. Sometimes they hit at 2 a.m. Other nights, just as she was falling asleep. She would wake up with her calf locked tight, unable to stretch, unable to sleep. The pain was sharp, and the frustration was deeper. She told her doctor. She tried magnesium supplements. Still, the cramps came back. Then one day, a family friend who happened to be a nutritionist asked a simple question: "What kind of snacks do you eat at night?" That small question led to a big change. The friend explained how oxalates in cashews can block calcium absorption, and how salted peanuts increase sodium, which pushes potassium out of the body. In short, her snacks were silently draining the minerals her muscles needed to relax. So Shirley made a shift. She swapped the cashews for roasted pumpkin seeds, rich in magnesium and zinc. She replaced the salted peanuts with unsalted almonds, clean and nutrient-dense. Within 10 days, she noticed something. Her sleep felt deeper. Her legs didn't feel charged when she lay down. And most importantly, the cramps stopped waking her up. At her next checkup, her doctor was surprised by the improvement. No medications, no fancy supplements, just a smarter snack at the right time of day. And today, Shirley still enjoys her evening routine. But now it ends with a calm body and restful legs, not pain and panic. Her story is simple, but for many seniors, it could be life-changing. Because when you remove the wrong foods and add the right ones, your body responds fast, even in your 70s. So now you've seen it. The truth about those healthy seeds. It's not your age, it's not bad luck, and it's certainly not just in your head. Those cramps, the tightness in your calves, the restless sleep. It might all be coming from what's on your plate or in your snack bowl. But here's the good news. It can change. The same way Shirley turned things around at 72, you can too. No extreme diets, no complicated plans, just a little knowledge and a few smarter choices. Imagine waking up tomorrow and your legs feel calm. You stretch your toes. No pain. You step out of bed. Steady, strong. That's not a dream. It's what happens when you give your muscles what they've been missing and take away what's been silently draining them. Now let me ask you this. Have you been eating any of these 5 seeds regularly? Or maybe you've been feeling those mystery cramps without ever thinking it could be your healthy snack. Leave a comment below and let us know. Your story could help someone else. And if this video helped you understand your body better, hit the like button. That simple action tells YouTube this video matters, and it helps more seniors find it when they need it most. Also, be sure to subscribe to Better Health so you never miss a tip that could protect your legs and your independence. Because growing older doesn't have to mean growing weaker. With the right knowledge, you can stay strong one step at a time. We'll see you in the next video. Take care of your legs. They've carried you this far. Let's keep them going strong.